Hello, everybody, and welcome to the OCRP series here at Atlanta. And we are joined by Mr. Civ Ryan. How you doing, Mr. Civ Ryan? CR, ready to do some racing in Atlanta?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good, Jeff. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just getting some last-minute stuff together here. Fastest so far in practice is Brandon Buggs. Good to see some speed out of that camp. Another driver we're going to keep an eye on is the one that won on Monday for the Monday night race here in Atlanta, and that was indeed Alex Reno, Aviator Alexander. So we'll see where he shakes up in the whole the group here. But it's his first OCRP iRacing win, even though it's a Monday night. Doesn't matter. A win's a win in iRacing.
Absolutely. Congrats to Reno for that win on Monday.
We have about 6 minutes and 35 seconds here before we get to qualifying, but getting some things going here. We're going to see what drivers are out there turning laps, and I know everybody wants to see the fastest car on the track, which is currently Mr. Bay Area Buggs, as you know him, Brandon Buggs. He is not on the track right now, but Jason Lance is, so we'll look at Jason Lance. I don't know what's going on with the trading paints. It's acting stupid as usual, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that, and we'll get a scenic shot here while all of that gets taken care of. 6 minutes here right now. We're going to take it to the Twitch chat and say hello. What is your pick tonight to win at Atlanta? Remember, going from Martinsville, which is an absolute mess of a race, all the way up until we get back to a track like this, which is, you know, going to be nice to see after the last week's race. I do want to talk about some standings, and that is very important in this league. We don't leave you out on it. We don't get updated standings till the next race. So I can tell you right now, Matt Rucci's got this thing completely locked up right now. He is in the lead. Leonard Fodorero is in second there. Dylan Macedo, Wes Graham jumped up to the fourth position in points. Nick Sargent, Chris Essery, Brandon Buggs right there on the seventh position right now. Then Charles Gray, Joel Brown, Jason Lance, Stefan Benende. Then we move on to Ryan Steinhoff, Robert Kellert, Alex Reno, Ryan Potter, James Hilton, Aaron Beaver, Kyle Cleveland, Isaiah Stevens, Scott Barkman, Gage Bookman, Andrew Ewing, Eric O'Neill, Rick Evans, Jeffrey Spells, Robert Webb. Then it goes to Anthony DeFrenchi, Clint Spells, David Sermon, actually in 28th in points. 28th out of 46 drivers. That's not too bad. He's been showing up and at least finishing back there as a Rick Ware car would in the real world. But excited to see him hanging in there. Stephen Thompson there in 31st. Zach Housenecht, 32nd. Missed some races there. Zachary Guzman, Logan Pugh, David Allen, Javier Rodriguez. I believe some of these drivers are gone out of the league by now. Yeah. Christopher Fleissner, Kenneth Spooner, Ben Tuttle, Tony Wilson not driving. Tyler Thomas, Steven Shepard, Jerry Maynard, Christopher Hull, Riley Wilson, and Stephen Harris. Now, a lot of those drivers are not with us anymore. Either wasn't able to make it for whatever reason throughout the season, but I did want to go over all of that. So, back in there, everybody's saying, hey, Buggs is my bet. We have people rooting for me, so there you go. I'm not racing tonight. I am just here in the booth.
I'm rooting for you to win, Jeff. You win every race in my heart.
My God, man.
Heart.
That was so many drivers to go through.
That was like a wrap. You went into a wrap mode there. That was a lot of drivers.
Well, yeah, somebody said that last time. They're like, hey, we want to know what's going on in the standings. So there you go. Matt Rucci's basically got this in the bag. There's no way he can lose.
The season's already decided. We're just racing for fun now.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
Yeah. So last week, if you were here last week, it was you didn't miss. If you weren't here for last week, you didn't miss anything. You should actually be happy you weren't here last week. Last week was not great. Not a good showing. And just to like clarify some things, I know at the end of the broadcast we saw the end of the race, and it looked like the 88 car was running people over and taking out the field. That was not the case, as we were made actually quite aware of. If we actually would have rewound a little bit earlier, we would have seen what happened. So I know some people had their pitchforks in the air on that one after they saw it, but it was just, we're going to tell everyone, just calm down. It wasn't what it looked like. TV cameras don't show everything, and we saw a really bad angle of it. All the drivers, like literally, it was everybody said that it wasn't, like Wes didn't do that intentionally. He's not that type of guy.
Yeah. No, and I didn't think that was the case.
I didn't think so either. Part of me did, because I know like Wes can get mad. So I was just like, oh no, did he do it? So like,
you just dropped there.
Sorry,
you're good.
I dropped it. Yeah, part of me was like, oh no, we're gonna have to talk to Wes. But thank God that was not the case. So anyways, that was a recap from last week. But we're here at Atlanta, and hopefully we have a better race. And this track seems a little bit nicer than Martinsville.
Absolutely. It's going to be down to the draft. That's going to make or break a lot of these drivers' runs. They're going to get in the corner because here at Atlanta, in the first opening laps, you can run 100%. You don't have to lift the throttle at all. But as those tires start to fall off through the run, and you know you've driven this next-gen car currently in iRacing, not exactly how it should behave compared to the data we've seen from the real-world next-gen car. But in this one, we have to talk about the one that's on the track right now that you're going to see racing. When those tires start to fall off, well, they're going to start rolling out of the throttle. And the car's going to get tight based off the setup. The last time I ran here at Atlanta and drove the car, it was a pretty tight setup as the laps wore down. I don't know what the last time you've been to Atlanta in this car has been.
I haven't been to Atlanta in this car.
At all?
No, I haven't. I haven't raced this car much, to be honest.
Okay. Well, there was something that was going on, and when you would be driving, you have a car come up behind you and get on your bumper. It would get you extremely loose. And I know because I was starting like P3 in a race, and I couldn't even control the car. It was that loose when they would get up on the back bumper. But they, backed off by like a half a car length. Everything was fine. So it's anybody's guess, honestly.
Weird. So it's like, so they took away your rear downforce almost.
Right, 100%, which is so strange.
Yeah, that's not right.
There's Mr. Damn It Dave himself out there on the track, turning some laps. Good to see him back. He, took off last week, and I think it was smart. Hey, it's his rookie season, and a lot of people that start in Cup, they usually start with a hot seat, or they have a part-time deal, and that's kind of what Dave's doing here. He's learning a lot, and I'm watching him right now. He's actually doing pretty decent getting around here in Atlanta, putting those left side tires down there. He's getting a little lower there. Actually, it's kind of hard to say because between 1 and 2, you get all the way down to that white line. Sometimes you can lose the car.
Yeah, I remember. I think we raced you in the trucks in season. What was it? Season 2. And same thing. You didn't want to go below that white line too often. Oh, and that is the end of the practice session. So they will go into qualifying now, and we can talk a little bit more about what you can expect here tonight at Atlanta. So with the current package here on the car, this is the 550 horsepower package, and it is going to produce some speedway style. Good Lord, push those together. Speedway style racing. And you're going to see these guys getting frustrated tonight because they cannot get away from another car. Speedway style racing, baby.
Oh,
dude, I do that all the time. You know what it is? Your brain is moving faster than your mouth can move. And that's what happens. You just end up mushing words together. It's almost like a tiny Daytona with the way it's shaped, is it not? Like it's got that the front straight is not really a straight. It's a bit of a D pattern.
Right. It's it's got the dog leg, as they call it. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting when they come off of turn 4. That's where you're going to see drivers probably wreck the most tonight. Will be coming out of turn 4 because as those tires start to go on them, they're going to get tight. And when that car gets tight and you're coming off of turn 4, and now you're going to be trying to get into that dog leg as straight as possible to clear it, you're going to deal with an issue of the car binding up on you and then snapping loose. And I think we're going to see a lot of guys have to deal with that.
Yeah, but hopefully they can collect the cars tonight. Hopefully we can get some green flag racing in and more than 2 laps at a time. They did 100 laps under caution last race.
Oh, yeah. You're not
100 laps under caution. So you know what's nice about that? You can't really go down from there. You can only go up.
Oh, that's true.
So at least we're not. It's just the Marty party.
No, this is the Hot Atlanta 150.
They're calling it the Hot Atlanta.
The Hot Atlanta, yes. And I gotta say,
out of here.
I want you to guess. What do you think the winds are currently?
Probably 1 mile an hour out the north, Jeff. I'd have to say.
Oh, Mike, you should be a meteorologist. North at
put my
1.
finger
Knew
in
it
the air.
exactly. There you
Man,
go.
I want to make that's a meme now. I want to make a shirt that says winds 1 mile an hour out of the north.
Air temperature outside 79 degrees, but the track itself is 130. That is insane. I was expecting about 120, 121, be in Atlanta, but 100. They weren't lying. They were talking about the hot Atlanta 150, and this is exactly that. 130 degree track. It's going to make this a lot more difficult than you think as those laps, start to go.
That's spicy. That's really hot.
It's going to be super spicy. I don't know what the 81's doing. He's doing some stuff. But right now, Dylan Macedo on the pole. I thought it was going to be our man, but it was not. And that would have been Wes Graham. He's showing P9 right now. Look at that. Got spells on the board there. I think is that Clint in the 6? Yeah, I think so. I think that's Clint in the 6. He is returned back. Yeah, Clint. P10 right now. Showing some speed.
Clint.
Macedo, look at Robert Keller, the winner of the Daytona race here at the start of this season. He's starting P2 right now, as what we can see. Trying to see if there's anybody else out here on the track besides Bugs. No, Eric O'Neill come down pit road.
Favignano just laid down a fast time.
There you go. Talk about a driver that knows how to get around Atlanta and all of these style of tracks with the 550 horsepower package, and that is Favignano. He's been absolutely blistering fast, and he won at Martinsville last week. So that's 2 races he has won in his first his debut into the series. So a lot of speed out of that 67 car, and you show him right now P2.
I was just watching Matt Rucci there and doing his lap. He's going to be showing P7, it looks like, Jeff, after his second qualifying lap.
That's
I expected him to be a little top 5, but Rucci Bot is sitting comfortable in P7.
Yeah, that's not a bad spot to start because, I mean, like we were talking about, these guys are going to be stuck in a pack for a while until those tires start to go, and, it comes down to who can get through the corners better than the other guy. But it's going to be door-to-door, bumper-to-bumper action here tonight. But hopefully we won't have the cautions we saw at Martinsville. Was 18 cautions we had at that track. What do you think it's going to be tonight? Let's see in the chat right now, the Twitch chat. What do you think the cautions are going to be? I'm going to be generous tonight. I'm going to say 4.
I'm going to say 19. We're going to do
better. Come on.
I'm joking. I'm not.
If it's 19, I quit.
Oh, no, that'll be it. We won't broadcast the last race. So we'll tell these guys they're all fired and we'll shut the lead down. They're all fired.
7s and 5s. 4? I said 4 because I really think these guys are going to be able to drive this track no problem. And I think we're going to see guys that we don't normally see up towards the front getting through, up in the top 10 tonight. Reno right now showing P23 after that race that he won on Monday. But you know what? That doesn't mean anything. It comes down to, pit strategy here tonight. 1, but 2, being patient. Atlanta's all about patience, especially with this next-gen car. We've seen, I've seen the problem where you just kind of get too amped up in the first 5 laps, and that's usually when you get caught up in a crash. You shouldn't be racing each other that hard. You should kind of give each other a lot of room, actually, with this car because it's so wild. It's so unpredictable. That's the problem.
Oh, Mr. Jeffrey, can you share your screen for me, please?
I already have been.
Oh, my God. I am an idiot.
You're not an idiot, but I started it after we began.
Okay, that's what that is. Oh, I'm new.
All right. Some people think that Dave's going to cause a crash or Chris Essery's going to cause a crash. I wouldn't say that to be the case. We got to root for our back marker guys back there. You got Spells, you got Webb, you got Essery Sargent back there actually starting P20. He normally starts towards the front. And Steinhoff all the way back in 21st on this run. And look at that. Charles Gray, he's starting top 10. And I'm not seeing where Brandon Bugs is at the moment. I wasn't paying attention. We were kind of going through everything. He's P15 right now. So, wow, this is all shaking up to be something totally different.
Yeah, Bugs could have had the fastest lap in practice because he was, maybe drafting with somebody else.
Yeah,
working together in practice. So,
And that's what we were talking about. So seeing single car qualifying is going to be so different than what we see on the track. So top 5, top 10, I think it's going to come down to track position, but not really.
I mean, these, like, look at the times though. They're so close. Like, it's really just a crapshoot. Like the difference between P1 and P15 is 0.08 of a second. Or, sorry,
it's like nothing.
Like it's nothing. Like, it's really close. So
we're talking hundredths, not even tenths.
Yeah. So, but the second last race of the year, Jeff, of the season.
Excited.
Sorry. What are you hoping for next season? What do you hope the drivers vote on to do?
I hope they vote on a car that's not this one, because and the reason why I say it is only because this car is not ready, and we have seen it this season. Everybody was excited about the car. They wanted to drive the next gen car, obviously, but it's just not there. It's not ready. There's not enough data that's been given to iRacing to make this car even palatable. We've seen it, perform decently here and there during the season, but I think it's caused more frustration than anything else for the drivers.
Yeah, this car is like essentially a beta car. And yeah, I think they should go back to something that's a little more, you know what I'm really hoping for? I would probably go racing. I hope we go back to like season 1 style. Get the ARCA cars on short tracks.
I think that would be a lot of fun, but I think these guys are too good for going back to, say, the ARCA car. I think what would make sense for this league would either be the trucks or the Xfinity car. But I think the Xfinity car would be a great one because it would be a step down from what we're doing here, but not by much. It would be that old school style of racing, but we wouldn't have to deal with the, it's like going to the Cup car currently, but I think the Xfinity would put on a pretty good show.
That could work. Yeah. You saying these guys are too good for the ARCA cars? Were you there last week, Jeff?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I think that these guys have matured past that.
No, I know.
And it would be
fun though.
No, it would be fun.
It's different racing than these mile and a halfers. It's like, it's completely different.
That's true, but we've had a mixed bag, and I'm telling you what, I was in Phoenix. I saw the championship race for in the real world for the NASCAR Cup Series, and that track's going to put on a show. And not to mention, it's not going to be the old Phoenix in iRacing. They did redo Phoenix, so it's a whole new enchilada. It is the new one where it has the dogleg pushed pack there. So it's weird. Turns 1 and 2, etc. Those 1 and 2 are now 3 and 4. It's so strange to see it in person. I was kind of like confused about it because I'm so used to the old Phoenix. But the dogleg when you get off of the restart zone coming off of turn 2, turn 3 and 4. So yeah, whatever, turn 3. It gets crazy. It's like 5, 6 wide going nuts to get all the way down into turn 1. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to shut up here. We're going to get ready to go racing finally. And we're going to change over to our lap counter here and turn that guy off. There we go. 100 laps here tonight around Atlanta. And it's not going to take very long for these guys to get started here, as it should be just 1 lap under caution before we are on our way. So we're waiting for some guys to get in here and get ready to go, and then we're going to start the starting grid as soon as that pace car starts rolling.
Look at Rick Evans up there in P4, Jeff, number 70.
Yeah,
great qualifying from Rick.
Yeah, Rick Evans, look at that. Not bad at all in the Team Chevy car. But we were talking about this. It's kind of like, qualifying at Daytona.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think we're going to see that. That's why we're seeing such like an inverted field than what we're used to. But I mean, you can't say that about the 25 or the 67. Those guys have been bad fast this entire season.
That's true. Yeah, you're seeing some. Yeah, you're right. It's Daytona qualifying. It's because you got guys like look at Stefan Benende. He's down 18 right now. Yeah,
Facebook Dad himself.
They changed his name on the Discord to Facebook Dad.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh man. Well, if you guys are looking for any graphics for your iRacing league, you can check out Flat Out Racing Network. They provide all the ones that we use here. They do really, really good work. And you can hit them up on Twitter. Just look them up. And that logo there. And they'll get you squared away. A big thanks to all of our sponsors for this league. That's FRN, Next Level Racing, and Thrustmaster. And we are actually about to start racing. Come on, boys, let's go. I mean, after Martinsville, I'm just ready for a race.
Yeah, I actually want to like have time to like for us to settle in. Not even for these guys. We never got a chance to settle in, Jeff, and actually call the damn race.
No, I have to agree. I'm going to go ahead and get the starting grid going. I'm going to hit reset before I even start. There we go. Row 1, Dylan Macedo and Leonard Fodorero behind them. Robert Kellert, Rick Evans. Row 3, Gage Bookman and Zachary Guzman. Row 4 is Matt Rucci and Charles Gray. And row 5 is Joel Brown, Jason Lance. Row 6, Wes Graham and Clint Spells. Row 7, James Hilton and Kyle Cleveland. Row 8, Brandon Buggs, there you go, and Eric O'Neill. Row 9, Tyler Thomas and Stefan Benende, the Facebook dad. Row 10, Chris Essery and Nick Sargent. Good night back there. And then row 11, you got Ryan Steinhoff and David Sermon. I meant to say night shift, Nick. And row 12, Alex Reno and Robert Webb. Then Jeffrey Spells, Christopher Fleisner. And that rounds out everybody. Let's get ready to go racing. The lights are off on the pace car, and we are about to go. And hopefully we get a long green flag run right out of the gate. That's what we want.
Yeah, these guys will be a bag of nerves to start with, but hopefully we can get some nice, safe racing. Pace car's in, Jeff. You got the call.
All right, pace car's down and away, and green flag is in the air. Dylan Macedo going ahead and taking the charge. And he's got help on the bottom from Keller.
Nice start there by Macedo. He's going to hold that bottom line as Leonard Fodorero is going to try his best to maybe fall in behind him. I don't know if that top line is going to do him any favors because it looks like Robert Keller's got a bit of a run. Oh, no, he falls in behind Fodorero there. Never mind. I'm mistaken. Look at that look at that top line, Jeff.
Yeah, that top line is working really well, and that was Matt Rucci that made the decision to go to the top and start the push, and then he dropped back down to the bottom. And Fodorero has help from Keller on the outside, and they're easily going to be able to take the 25.
Oh, my God. Did they make a lap?
They made a lap.
Yet? They made a lap. Oh, my goodness, we did it. All right. Good job, guys. It looks good so far, though. They're too wide, all going all the way back to about P12, P13 there, it looks like.
Yeah, and you can see guys running the middle line here, a little high off of the bottom there, and that's just to conserve tires, because once you get all the way down on that white line, you're going to absolutely eat all of your tires up. But looking out behind Macedo here, you can just see it's 2x2 all the way back, kind of super speedway style, like we've talked about. And everybody just kind of taking it in right now and trying to figure out what line's fastest.
Looks like these top 3 cars have figured it out, which line's fastest, as they're slowly pulling away from that pack there, Jeff.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye back here, right around Matt Rucci and Rick Evans, actually. That's Joel Brown with his flow. He is getting up there in the mix, and he's got help from the 88, but the 87 has a pretty big gap back to the 86 of Lance. And that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, we're going to see some good racing here in this midfield with the 88 and the 81 back there, intermixed with the who's that in front of him? That's Charles Gray.
Yep, in the 87 there. We're riding on board with Brown. And you see out the back here, that's Wes Graham on the bottom there, Jason Lance on the outside, and waiting for help from Spells in the 6 car. And then that's the Facebook dad himself. Benende pushing on the back of him, but Buggs kind of just sitting in the back there, kind of taking it easy, and I think that that's a smart move right now.
I think everyone's playing this smart. There's no need to rush right now. Just everyone relax. Let's get some laps in. Just figure out how this car feels in traffic and how we get around this track. And everyone's just doing that. Everyone's just kind of settling in right now. But they got to be careful, man. If they figure something out, those top 3 cars are going to get away from them real quick.
It's looking like that's going to be the case, but I mean, right now, have a look at this shot right here. You can see Macedo on the outside. Man. They're not able to pull away from him that much.
No, never mind. Everyone's still very much together. That's awesome.
I knew this was going to put on a great show tonight, but it's frustrating as a driver because your on throttle time has got to be insane. Even right now, lap 6, We probably won't see guys starting to pull out of the throttle until about lap 10, but here goes Fodder on the outside, and Rucci is on the bottom pushing Kellert by.
Just got a word here from race control, Jim. I'm not sure what happened. We'll try and figure it out, but the 3-6 car, Gage Bookman, was disqualified. They are no longer in session, so I'm not sure what happened there.
Not sure at all. We'll try to find out for sure, but that's unfortunate for that driver. He'll be retiring for the night, but out back right now, you can see some good action, and you can just see how difficult it is for Rucci to get by. He just can't do it because he doesn't have any help.
Gonna see if I can get a hold of race control here to see what happened.
All right, fantastic. Here's a look from our blimp, and you just see the two lines here forming 3 wide back there. That's going to be Brandon Buggs there in the middle. Is he going to be able to hang on to it? That's Wes Graham on the outside, and they will sort that out. They'll be back 2 by 2, but that was a scary moment for sure for the 81. And we're seeing that a lot of these drivers indeed need drafting help. They're going to have to hook up with somebody to try to get a line going. But right now, everybody's kind of just all over the place. And we got a car sideways back there. It's the 13 of Spells. He's going to gather it up, and he'll be fine.
Green flag still out. Nice.
Yeah, a lot of damage to the right side of that car. But he did a great job there coming off of turn 2 and was able to get it gathered back up. So no caution will fly there. And that is the 8 car right there of Tyler Thomas, giving him some room. Back out front, Robert Kellert. You know, the man that got it done at Daytona. Well, this is that kind of style of racing. Could we see something out of this driver tonight that we haven't seen the rest of the season?
I love that car. Reese's Pieces. Go chase those peanut butter cups there, Robert. As he sits comfortably in the lead. Just word from race control there, Jeff. 36, it wasn't anything serious. It was, well, it kind of is. We had connection issues, some severe dropping. So that's why they, he was dropping from the field enough that the field was panicking because they kept seeing a ghosted car dropping in and out. So they just parked him.
That's a very real thing that you do have to worry about in sim racing and iRacing in general, is just, you know, having to deal with blinking cars in front of you. When that happens, you don't know where that driver's going to be, and when their connection comes back, it could be on top of your car and it can ruin your day.
Oh, it's especially on a track like this where it's tight racing, where the car that's literally like inches in front of you is having connection issues. Oh, it is a scary moment, because you're just like your fate is not in your hands anymore. It's in the hands of whatever ISP they're using.
And the 28, you can see these guys giving each other a lot of room here. They're being very respectful about side draft. Side draft is very, very important with the aero package that we see on these cars. You see the 81 doing that to the 87 there, as we were just talking about how they were being nice to each other. He will grab the side draft, and he's trying to get by him. And that is a car a little slow back there. Trying to find out who's falling back. I think that's Guzman there. Yeah, in the 26. A lot of damage to the right side of that car. May have found the wall earlier. For sure.
Look at that 20. I don't know, Jared. Look at that 25 car of Dylan Macedo. He's dropped back down to 8th position there. Not sure what's happening with him. He lost the draft or something, but he is Macedo, who was up the top lane there. Was he not? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he started. Yeah, he started the race on the pole. And the wreck behind him.
That's the number 6 car.
That's 89 of Hilton involved. And that is Clint Spells, the 6 car. He was involved. We're going to find out what's going on there, but it's still green flag right now. No caution.
I dig it. There, hey, track's clear, man.
Yep, track's clear. They're able to, and it was all the way down there on the bottom, so it was not on the racing surface at all. But the 6 is going to have to come down pit road and get that car fixed for sure.
Good call by race control. There was no need to throw that yellow. Track was clear. Everything was safe.
Oh, the 87 and the 81 involved. Got into each other there.
It's going to stay green.
And it's going to stay green.
Oh, my. The 87's trying to come back on track.
Oh,
he's switching tires. He's going to be parked.
Hold the brakes. Guzman. Whoa, right around. Wow. I don't know what Gray was doing there. That was not a good move.
I think, I don't know. I think he got on the gas a little too hard, and he just spun out. He spun those tires.
Yeah, we're going to find out what happened here. between these two drivers. I think it was just hard racing back here. It looks like the 87 jumps up into that outside lane, gets loose off the corner, and that was because he was right there next to the 88, and just the 81 was right there. Nowhere to go for those guys. And that's Brandon Buggs trying to hold on to his car in the mix of all of that nonsense. And he was able to... Well, the 87 was able to keep it off the wall for the most part. 81 got a hard shot on the left side, so that's going to be damage on the 81. They're going to have to come down pit road and get a fast repair for sure. And we'll see just how bad that is. And yeah, the 87 got it going there, no problem, but that's whenever things took a turn for the worse after that. And we're trying... I think we have so many guys coming down pit road. It's kind of screwing everything up right now, but we want to see what happened here. I'm going to go ahead and just play it so we see in the replay what exactly happened right there. Yeah, he just got into the gas too hard and slid sideways. He's lucky he didn't get absolutely destroyed there. That would have been something interesting. But he's on pit road.
Sorry, thank goodness he's wearing that high visibility vest there, Jeff. Yeah. That just shows you like he was like a construction worker out there, and everyone they saw him that time.
You are not wrong at all. And Brandon Buggs, he'll come down pit road. He'll get that fast repair done to his car, get back out there, and that's a smart move because, you know, taking a hit that hard on the left side, that knocks the toe completely out of the car, and that would ruin your day, especially on such an aero-dependent track like this. And you know, that's what you want to do. So good call, in my opinion, with the 81 coming down pit road, as well as some others.
Oh yeah, get a fast repair. You got two of them.
Oh yeah. Well, we are going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with more action at Atlanta. Stick around. Welcome back once again here for the Hotlanta 150, driven by Thrustmaster at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And the lights should be off on the pace car right now. Will be green flag racing next time by. My name is Jeff Favignano, joined by Mr. CR, Mr. Civ Ryan. And we've seen some good racing here tonight, but the real question is, what is going on in the 25 camp? And do we have him available to talk to at all? I don't think we do. No, we do not. So we'll talk to some drivers later on if we get another caution, but I would like to know what happened there, other than I think he's just kind of not getting a lot of help as far as the draft goes.
He's down in 21st position. What the heck?
Yeah, it's anybody's guess, but I really think it's something to do with the draft 1, but 2, he came down pit road, I'm pretty sure. So maybe he wanted to do something.
I think he might have had some damage because he was dropping like enough to where it was more than just him. I think it was the car, but.
Oh yeah, and we're watching the outside. That's the 43 there of Joel Brown, and he snuck his way up there, and he's going to be restarting P2 here with Dylan Macedo all the way back there, and he was on the pole to start. So going back, green flag racing, green flag in the air, and there goes Fodderero.
Nice jump there by Fodderero. But we'll see if Joel Brown on the outside gets some help from Robert Kellert there. But man, Favignano was always so good on those starts, Jeff. He always gets a nice slingshot out front.
Oh, yeah. It is hard, but right here, it's going to kind of be a bad thing because he got going so fast with the 13 all out of shape there off of turn 2. And looking behind him, there goes Essery all the way up there, making his way to P6. And he's got help from Rick Evans on the bottom, but when you get a good run like that, you kind of start to get eaten alive, and we're going to see that happening. It's starting to happen right here to the 67 because Rucci was able to catch him by having the push from the 43 and also the 88 of Graham, which is up in the mix.
Right on. Just look in the back of the field here. How about that David Sermon? He's still making it around the track. He's in 23rd position.
Yeah, I mean, he's like I said, he's like a Rick Ware car. Like, you know, he's back there. He's passing cars, but they're passing each other that are on the same skill level. That's what it's all about. But I'm watching Wes Graham here. He's one to watch today for sure. Started 11th. He's all the way up in 4th right now. And he has no help out back right now, so he's just helping push. But you can see this is where there it was. He was very loose right there coming off of turn 2. And we've seen that with a lot of these drivers. You know, Charles Gray that got loose coming off of turn 2. He's a fantastic driver in iRacing. And it just goes to show how much of a handful these cars are on, you know, as it goes. So we're going to watch and see what Graham's doing here. If he's going to roll out of the throttle in 1 and 2 here, I'm going to be quiet. Just a little bit, just out and then back into it barely. And you can see him fighting that wheel a little bit coming off of the corner. So car is definitely loose. There he is out of the gas. And then rolls back in the throttle, and the caution's out.
Oh, Christopher Fleischner involved. Number 5. They're still wrecking here.
Oh, yeah. The 5 of Chris Fleischner there. Caution is out. Made his way all the way up to P8 after starting 26th. And now he gets caught up in a caution here. We're going to find out what just occurred. But that is a heartbreaker for that driver, as he was doing a really good job fighting his way up there to the front. And looks like he got together with Chris Essery there. And he was on the back bumper of the 4 of Keller. And I'm not really sure. We're going to back it up a little bit more here and go from our blimp camera to try to figure out what happened here. So here he is traveling along. Looks like he just had a little bit of side draft action with the 2 in the door, and it might even been a little bit of netcode, and got that car all sorts of sideways. And he was kind of along for the ride from there. There he is right there. It's the death wiggle. Something you see a lot with these cars when that happens. And look at him holding the gas. What a beautiful job. Beautiful save.
Look at that.
Incredible drive.
This was the initial caution, because when I tuned in, he was just getting sideways after the caution flag came out. So I don't know if there was another caution.
Okay, yeah, we'll try to find out what happened here. But that was an incredible save. I mean, full speed right here. Look at this save. All the way sideways, gets it going back straight again. Fantastic. Oh, and then he got hit by the 59. And that's what caused the caution right there. Yeah, he looped it right there. What a beautiful, I mean, he had such an incredible save on that car, and then for that to happen, that's heartbreaking for sure. Look at that, sideways, gets in the gas, driving it completely sideways, gets it going again, and then comes down on the 59, and that's just a racing deal.
That was not the 59's fault. Unfortunately, he just ran out of luck there. If you're going out sideways, 50 miles an hour around a corner, you're going to run out of luck at some point.
You better believe it. We're back under caution here for the Hot Atlanta 150. That was Sermon on pit road as well as Fleischner. And the real story has been the 67. But you know what? We know Matt Rucci. Now, he hasn't come down pit road. Nobody's coming down for tires or anything anytime soon. There's no reason to really here. But Rucci is the king of saving his stuff. And he's going to be putting the pressure on the 67 to burn him up.
How about that move? Chris Essery started P19, Jeff. He's all the way up to P6.
Yeah, Chris Essery, 19th. He's his highest today has been 5th. We saw him get involved with Fleischner there, but yeah, that was definitely interesting. And what an incredible drive by that driver. And people were talking about how he was going to be one of the ones in the caution. I think they were basing that off of what we saw at Martinsville. And one thing I can tell you is that no one should be based their talent should never be based off of what we saw at Martinsville.
No, that was yeah. We're gonna forget about that one. We need to get the men in black in here with their little depends, giving us the little forget me nots or whatever. Let's forget that one happened.
I mean, yeah, and we saw, the man of the hour just go ahead and hold the car completely sideways with that save. So, I mean, you want to talk about somebody's driving ability, and then you see, a beautiful display by the 5 of Fleissner there when he was sideways. And it goes to show that, these guys know what they're doing. It was just a car track combo problem. And that was 100% on iRacing putting this car out before it was ready.
Yeah, but it's what they chose. It's what they're dealing with, and only 2 races left in the car. So I think a lot of drivers are looking forward to getting out of this car. But yeah, we'll see what happens for next year or next season. Excuse me.
Lights are off on the pace car right now, completing lap 27. We'll be restarting on lap 28, and the control car will be that 67 of Favignano, and he's going to have the 43 behind him. And then Keller. And on the outside, you got 3 powerful cars. You got the 28 Rucci, you got Wes Graham, and then you have Esri right behind him. And then there's Lance, and then you got Brandon Buggs. So it's going to be an interesting restart here for sure. But we've seen a lot of speed out of that 70 car today of Rick Evans. So a great drive by that 70 car of Rick Evans. He's just hung in there. Started 4th. He's been up to 4th, and right now he's, in P5. So we'll watch how this goes down here on this restart. Ryan, you got the call this time.
Absolutely. I'm going to be paying attention to this top line of Rucci, Graham, and Esri. That's a pretty good power combo up there. Those are the 3 drivers that know how to drive, and we're going to see if they can make a nice push here to take some positions as they go green here at Hot Atlanta.
And some cars almost, I think somebody spun the tires on the outside there and couldn't get going fast enough, so it kind of screwed that whole top line up, and they're falling back a little bit, so the 88's kind of stuck right now.
Yeah, he lost his draft partners right quick. That's Joel Brown 5. Call him Joel Brown 5, like he's a band or something.
Joel Brown 5.
The Joel Brown 5.
Watching back here as Esri just lost that position to the 86 of Lance, and Lance on the charge on the bottom, and now he's got help from the 81.
All right, looks like Wes and Joel are getting together. They're going to try and catch up to Rucci and Favignano. The T1000 of Matt Rucci. We were going to replace his driver picture with the T1000 because he is a robot. Doesn't make any mistakes.
You see right now, putting the nose down there. He knows he's got a good run on the 67, but I don't know if he's going to complete this pass. You're going to see him come up there. I don't know if he's going to get too close as far as that goes, but no, he's going to be on the bottom, and he's challenging for the lead right now.
He is so fast. How does that happen? He's so fast.
He's been saving.
Already won this
he got loose. He just got loose right there.
You've already won. Give somebody else the win. God, he's selfish.
Favignano has as well. He's got 2 wins.
You guys just wreck each other and pull a Hamilton, Verstappen, and both leave. Please wreck each other.
We're going to go on board with Rucci here, but we were on board with him. We were following along in the back there, and he got loose coming off of turn 2. We've seen every driver have to deal with this tonight, and we'll see if he has to jump out of the gas here again. Yep, a little bit right there. You saw the bobble, and the 67 is just a little faster than he is, in the middle of the corner.
Ooh, look at Graham, though. See Graham and Joel working together.
Yep, and Rucci has no help on the bottom.
Nobody.
And this is where Brandon Buggs back here has to make a decision. Where am I going to go? Am I going to stay on the outside or go to the bottom and help Rucci? He says, nope, I'm staying on the outside. I'm with Facebook Dad. Let's get this done. And there's Esri on the bottom, and that was the 81 completely sideways.
He's crashed. He's holding in the wall. Holding the
wall. He's going to be real slow up there. Yeah, really good job there. He's going to get that car going forward again, but so much action out front. And here comes Benende on the bottom of Wes Graham.
Unfortunate wreck there for Buggs, but good job by him to not wreck the field. keeping it into tightening that wall. So that's some courteous crashing.
We'll talk about a driver that's been saving his stuff. That is indeed the 73 of Benende. Been so fast for so many weeks and just hasn't been able to put it all together to get a win. But right now, he's looking really good.
Where did he come from? He was down in, oh no, I'm thinking of the 25. Excuse me, the Macedo. No, I screwed up. But Stefan Benende, he was down in like, where did he start?
He started 18th, yeah. 18th. He was in the back.
Let him go.
Yep, and he's all the way up here in second right now, trying to get to the back of the 67, but he's going to have help to do it. Of course, we've seen that all day, and you can see the train of cars behind him. And you can see a lot of drivers electing to take that middle lane instead of the bottom, and we're seeing Benende do that exactly that.
Crashing.
All right, crash. Yeah, everybody's wrecking back there. Yeah, Steinhoff involved.
Steinhoff, yeah.
There you go. Unfortunate run for Steinhoff. Started 21st and was all the way up into the top 10 and got caught up here. We're going to find out what happened right now. So,
if you're a fan of the 81 camp, you're actually going to be pretty happy for that caution.
Yes, absolutely.
As he'll be able to come down and get a faster pair. And,
I don't know if he's already done that.
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's going to be great for him. But yeah, it was a hard crash there into the outside wall. And we're going to back it up here a little bit to see exactly what happened. Looks like it was just kind of a racing incident of the 4 and the 59 here from what we could see. It's kind of hard to say from that angle there. So here we're going to look at the blimp. And you can see there they are. It's kind of a three wide situation. You got Lance on the bottom there. Had help from Sargent there. And that's Fleischner just sticking the outside. But just 3 wide. And the 4 goes up into the 59. And that was pretty much all she wrote for that one. We got some drivers on pit road.
We do have 3 drivers available for interview if we do ever want to pull them on one of these cautions, Jeff, just so you know.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk to Steinhoff. Actually, we'll give him a minute. Let's talk to Eric O'Neill in the 37.
Let's bring up Eric. Hey, Eric, it's CR up in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, CR?
What's going on?
How's the race going? We see you're in, where are you at? P10. How's it going out there?
7th right now.
Just trying to avoid getting sideways here.
Avoid going sideways. Yes, you do generally want to keep the car straight when you're driving, so that's good. That's a good goal. Jeff, do you have anything for Eric here?
Yeah, I was going to ask if I've seen a lot of guys having a lot of problems with turn 2. Is it really loose coming off of there?
I drove around the entire fuel run in practice. It gets a little bit loose after about 10 laps, and then after that you just need a lift, and pretty good all the way through.
Well, fantastic. We're going to let you get back to it as you guys are going to be going 2x2 and the lights are off on the pace car. Thank you to Eric O'Neill for talking to us there. A little insight of what's going on out there on the track. And
Thanks,
yeah,
Eric.
He's all the way up there after climbing up into the 7th position. Looking good. And Benende out front right now. So what happened there? Benende must have been leading at the moment that caution came out.
Must have, yeah.
We switched back, and it happened so fast.
Where did Leonard Favignano go? He's down in P11.
Are we live right now? Yes, we are. Okay, making sure. Yeah, Favignano all the way in 11th, so he must have come down pit road. Something happened here while we were looking at that. That's the only problem with the replay system, is that we don't have anybody in the pits, basically, to give us any information of what's going on while we're looking at replays. Yeah, he had to have pit.
Yeah, he pit.
Okay. And he's going to be right behind that 40 car.
David Sermon. In P10. Darn it, Dave. Look at Dave.
Started 22nd. He's been up to 15th, and now he's running in the top 10 right now. So that's a great drive by that 40 car of Sermon.
Consarnate Dave. How about it?
Oh, man. There you go. Well, it's going to be down to tires. This race is going to be won on tires, like 100%. And who's going to save what? We don't know. And it's a little early right now to come down pit road. I'd probably wait till like lap 50 or so, or 45 even. But maybe they're taking advantage of the caution. Maybe they're not going to get one in the next 20 laps. But you never know. That's one of those things you just have to kind of gamble.
Yeah, obviously Favignano thinks there's going to be another later caution, or I think because I can't see him going another. How many laps we got left here? 64 laps left on another set of tires. I don't see him doing that. So he's definitely going to be going in for another set of tires.
Oh, you better believe it. And we're going to see Matt Rucci probably do the same thing, but he actually came down pit road early, didn't he? And then worked his way back up to the front. So I think he's already got one stop on it. I think you have to do you're going to do 2 stops in 100 laps for this for these tires, but that comes down to preference of the drivers and what they think they can do, how late you want to stay out, and then you're going to run into the issue of, oops, now we're falling back like a rock. So we'll see how it goes down here on this restart. Ryan with a call.
Oh, that's me. I'm Ryan, and I got the call. And we're going lap 37 here at Atlanta. Facebook dad gets a nice start. Still sitting too close to that camera, but he gets a nice start. And he's all alone out there. But you got Matt Rucci and Jason Lambs behind him. And they have a single file here going back to about P6. A lot of movement in the back of the field there, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. 3-4, almost 4 wide back there. That's all the way back there by... And Eric O'Neill's going to drop a spot there off the 67, but that was all the way back there by Steinhoff and company. And Brandon Buggs right there pushing on the 89 of Hilton. And now he's going to drop to the bottom and stay with the 87.
Yeah, he's going to try and work with Chuck there on the bottom line as they both try and move each other up. 50 positions.
Watching Spells right there. Oh, the side draft on the 70. He's on the move right now. But here comes Favignano. He's got speed.
He's got speed. He's got tires, Jeff. He's going to be plowing his way through the field. Look at him go.
This is what it's like when you're Superman right here. We're right on board with Favignano. You have the fastest car right now on the track, and you know it. So you have to be patient. This is where it comes down to, I can't afford to get in a crash. I need to just take it easy. Pick my lane right here, and that's exactly what we're seeing him do. He's a fantastic driver, and I think he can get it done here today if he just keeps a cool head.
Honestly, it's one of the most fun things to do in iRacing is when you're on fresh tires and nobody else is, and you're just like hammering your way through the field. It is so much fun. You feel like a god. It's just the tires.
Oh, yeah. A lot of 3 wide happening here on the track, but they're figuring it out very quickly. That was Clint Spells that kind of got caught there in the middle. Nice job of sorting that out, and Favignano was the fastest car. He went to the bottom to get around. Sometimes it's not the greatest idea to do that, but he was able to get it done, no problem.
Not sure what happened to our friend Consarnate Dave, but he's all the way back in P24 from P10, so that's...
Just at draft. He just dropped like a rock there.
Just dropped,
I'm watching right now. Dylan Macedo's on the move. He's up to P12. He was all the way back there in the back after getting that damage and had to get it fixed. He was able to get the car fixed, and now he's back on a good charge on newer tires. And he's kind of having to deal with not having anybody run with him right now. He's just stuck on the outside. Oh, and it's getting interesting down here, chick. Take a look at Wes Graham and Favignano. Right Wes around Graham, there.
All the way up to P2, Wes Graham. He was down to P8, Jeff. He is on the move.
He is absolutely. And what a better car to have behind you but the 67.
Yep. Facebook Dad is going to be a little nervous. Set status to nervous because these 2 cars are going to be quickly passing him here for the lead.
And this is a driver that, another one that figured out this car this season. It's one thing to sit there and complain and say, hey, I don't like this car or whatever. And it's another thing to learn it and just drive it. And that's exactly what the 88 has done. And now Benende falls like a rock, has no help. But Chris Essery's going to come up. Nope, he's not. He's going to leave him out to dry. And now the 73 is going to fall back.
Yeah, Wes just showing his years and years of experience in iRacing. That guy has a lot of seat time in the sim, and he figured out this car as best as you can anyways.
I'm watching Dylan Macedo. He's still on the charge. He's in P10 right now after being back there in 12th. And now Brandon Buggs also on the move. He's in P12 right now. He's got help from Cleveland behind there. And Steinhoff, that was a drop we saw happen there. That's what we were talking about earlier in the broadcast about blinking. And that's what was happening there. But it looks like he's able to have a good connection again, and that's not going to be a problem. But now the 81 searching all over the track, and it's getting interesting in front. Right here where Robert Webb and Clint Spells is. This is kind of starting to become a disaster. The 11 jumps out of line. That was a smart move to not make it 3 wide there. Charles Gray racing really hard right in front of there. And that's Matt Rucci on the outside. He has no help at all.
81 looks like he's getting held up a bit by the 91 Robert Webb, but they're gonna. Woo, this is some seriously good racing, Jeff.
Oh yeah, and Stefan Benende is starting to fall back again. But look at Nick Sargent. You know, after starting 20th, he's up here in 5th right now. He got all the way up to 4th, but now he's just kind of hanging in 5th, and he's got help. He's got some help from the 73. That's helping out a lot, actually. But yeah, some good racing happening right back here where Robert Webb and Charles Gray are. They're going door to door. They're not messing around. And then you got Clint Spells and you got Matt Rucci and everybody involved back here. A lot of hard racing, and it just comes down to picking your line where you want to go.
Yeah, just seizing the gaps where you can, using the runs when you got them, and just trying to work your way through the field. Easier said than done, though. It is so hard to pass, and if you don't have anyone behind you, it's damn near impossible. So, man, what a great track this is shaping up to be, Jeff. You're right. This is mini Daytona.
Oh, I knew it was going to be an interesting race for sure. But really good moves these guys are making, you know. Going from the last track to this one is just such a total different thing. And we're seeing some really good decisions made, and that's the reason why we're getting a lot of green flag racing.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys jumping out of line when they need to, and a lot of give and take going on. But I don't know if they had a pep talk before the race, or maybe they all just had a collective, like, let's not have Martinsville happen again. Mind you, this is a completely different track, but looks like everyone's exercises really good judgment out there.
I'm watching on the 81 here. He has nose damage on the right side. I think he found the wall there, but he's able to keep speed in the car, no problem. You know, starting 15th right there. He's been up towards the front a little bit, and he's clawing his way back there. He's in P8 right now, but he does have nose damage, and it's hard to catch the car in front of you when you have damage, and, well, maybe not. It's hard to say because the 73's got a clean car, and he's falling back, but it's tires, too.
Jeff, how are those top 3 cars doing? Because I'm looking at the timing screen. Seems like they are kind of far ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, so right now you got Wes Graham, and you can see here from the blimp camera, we got Wes Graham out front, and then you got Essery and Fodorero kind of just door to door, and they're side drafting each other and just trying to race each other here the best they can. And then it's all the way back to Fleissner from them. So they're starting to spread out a little bit, but that's because of tire wear. And the caution comes out. Trying to figure out where that one's happening at.
It's Jeff Spells, 13.
13. Yep. Well, that's going to be hard to find. All the way back there. There we are.
Woo, buddy.
A lot of damage. Oh, buddy. That car was at full speed when it went by. That was scary. That was some scary stuff there. So let's see what happened here. We have the 13 of Spells getting loose off of turn 2. And that is bad news for the 70 of Rick Evans. After such an incredible run he had.
Oh, poor Rick.
Getting caught up in somebody else's stuff. That's the worst.
Yeah.
But, man, I thought it was going to be turn 4. It's turn 2 today. It's been really bad for a lot of drivers. A lot of damage to that 13. It's going to have to come down pit road. Absolutely. And now everybody gets bunched back up again. And we have some cars coming down pit road. Fleissner's going to come down pit road and get the car fixed after having that nose damage on that car. And it's been a heck of a day for him. And Rucci on pit road as well.
Yeah. Just gonna say, honestly, not the worst thing that they're getting bunched up again. Those cars were getting spread out. I like to see tight pack racing here. So I'm not. It's unfortunate for the 13 that he got crashed, but you know, good for the viewers, good for us. We get to see some racing.
Exactly. And you want to talk about a guy who knows pit road strategy? Right here's that 20A car. So him coming out pit road means something. Means that he didn't have to come down pit road. If he didn't think he needed those tires, he wouldn't have done it. He knows if he stays out, he's going to be a sitting duck. He's going to fall back even more. So now he's trying to get back on the cycle that we saw Fodorero on. So he will be the hero on this restart to watch 100%. But Fodorero, definitely the right move. Come down pit road, get your tires, drive through the field like a madman, which he did, and now he's in P2, and he is Going to be one to watch here on this restart because I'm not sure about that 88 car and what he's looking like on tires here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more action at Atlanta. And welcome back to the Hot Atlanta 150 once again. And we're under caution. So what is this, the third or fourth caution? I called 4, so I think we're going to actually, might be on 5 now. I don't actually remember. 4 or 5, one of the two. We want to hear from you guys in the Twitch chat right now. What do you think of the race so far? And who's your pick to win now that we are 54 laps into this?
Hey, real quick, Jeff, I just want to say a shout out to all of our veterans out there. It's Remembrance Day up here in Canada, and I believe it's Veterans Day.
Yeah, it's Veterans Day here, yep.
So a big thank you to all of our former and active military members, and thank you for your service on both countries.
Absolutely. We'll take a moment of silence to honor that as well. We'll be right back with you. All right, we are getting ready to rack them back up and go racing once again as they are going through turns 3 and now 4. Should be an interesting restart for sure since we've seen guys come down pit road and get some tires. So we see people still rooting for bugs. We knew that was going to be the case, but looking for some realistic ones. Just kidding. No, green flag back in the air once again in Atlanta.
Wow. Wow. Fighting words there by Jeffrey Favignano. Big beef in chat.
Big beef.
Wow. I thought you guys were friends. Are you guys not friends anymore?
No, not anymore.
YouTube comments. All right, good start there. As West still showing his speed, but look at Charles Gray up in the mix. He's P3. Good on him. As he's right behind Leonard Fodorero. Oh, no, sorry, that's Chris Esri in P2.
Yeah, there's so much racing happening right here. And the 91's all sorts of sideways. Oh, no. Hard hit. And oh, my. Nice job by Fleissner there to get around it. Caution will fly once again. That's unfortunate. Robert Webb getting caught in that whole ordeal. Not sure what happened right here. It looks like he just got loose coming off of the corner. He got tight, got up in the marbles, and that was pretty much it. That's basically what happened here. So you can see his car slide up here, gets in the marbles, and then once he hits that wall, yeah, he's still in the marbles there, and just not enough there. And yeah, it's gonna be a hard hit right there in the outside safer barrier. And the back end kind of goes right on around there, no problem. But you gotta watch here from Fleissner. Right on board with Fleissner here as he avoids this crash. There he is right there happening in front of him, backs it down, around it goes, and he almost got tagged by the 40. He's got damage on the left front now.
I think he sent the 40 into the pit lane,
I
Jeff.
think he did. I think he pulled a we're gonna lose, style pit on him. Let's see what happened right here. So here's the 40. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, right here, dumped him into the pits. You're pitting, buddy. And he might have in the 40.
He got a speeding penalty.
Yeah,
too
he
for the
definitely got a black flag for that, but I'm sure they'll clear it.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
oh yeah, he had his black flags cleared.
You can't write that. He's back out on the track right now, and now Robert Webb's on pit road, going to get that car taken care of. Getting involved in a crash there as the car got tight. There's his last fast repair he's got. And we'll see if he's able to do something with it. But kind of a heartbreaker for sure. He's been up there in the front today, and we've seen a lot of drivers we don't normally see up front. And they're doing a good job here tonight. But the one to watch for sure has got to be this 88 car. He's controlling these restarts really, really well. He's mirror driving, the guys back there, and just doing a really fantastic job. So he's in a good spot for sure.
Yeah, Wes showing his NIS chops here at Atlanta, and showing years of experience. As I think he's going to be the one to beat for sure, Jeff.
Well, we definitely don't want to jinx it for him.
No, he's 100% going to win. And yeah, nothing else can tell me otherwise. I really hope nothing else happens to the 88. I don't think it will. You know what? I'm almost guaranteeing he's going to win the race.
It's funny to say that, but you have to look at things for face value here. And Wes has not had the season he wanted.
No.
He doesn't have a win yet. He's been caught up in so many different crashes and other people's stuff. He's been so close and then gets screwed out of a win. It would be good to see the 88 go to victory lane for sure.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to see Wes get a win.
I see some people looking at Dylan Macedo and has noticed that he has been clawing his way back towards the front. He's in P6 right now. And look at Brandon Buggs, P5 on this restart. Got that nose damage still in the car, but it doesn't seem like it's affected him too bad.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like a cockroach. You can't get rid of him, that Brandon Buggs. He's still here. So how does he keep coming back? He's still alive.
Look at all these wonderful fans in the stands.
Look at them.
Full house here tonight or today at Atlanta. You got a few of them just kind of staring off into space, staring at the sun. They call that sun gazing. I'm fumbling words tonight because I haven't had any beer or anything. That's probably why.
You haven't had any beer tonight?
Just caffeine.
Yeah, me too. I just had a coffee before the race.
I haven't had a beer since last, what was it, Friday? Yeah, Friday. So, yeah. I had some. Yeah, when I went to Phoenix. Yeah, I had 1 week. Actually, I quit vaping. I don't vape anymore.
Oh, yeah? We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't been a problem at all. So thank you for the support. Really appreciate it.
No, I actually, so I tried quitting a few times and I was like, nah, whatever. And then what did it for me was my tank broke and I've just been too lazy to go get a replacement one.
Yeah.
And it's been like 3 months and I haven't touched the thing. So I'm like, all right, well, that works. I don't know. Here's the thing, and this is I never really noticed a difference between when I did and when I didn't. Health-wise. I didn't really notice the difference, so I'm probably gonna start again.
Well, the green flag's about to come out. Once again, the pace car is down and away. Green flag in the air at Atlanta. And we're going to shut up and just let you listen to the sounds of the cars. And they sound really good there. What an incredible start that was from the 88. And he does have help from Essery in the back. And Essery, a driver that is putting on a pretty good show right now. Watching back here, Brandon Buggs is falling back. He does not have any help on the inside lane. And that's Spells on the outside trying to get to the 43. But the 43 is going to jump down to the bottom. And now the 81's going to push him.
81's got no help. No one around him, though. He's going to fall back. And look at that. Rucci be able to pass him. Maybe Nick Sargent get up behind him. Give him a bit of a push. Oh, Rucci goes down. Oh, they swap positions. How about that? Oh, no, there he goes.
Yeah, the 81 there got a little loose off of turn 2. And he's going to drop a few spots for sure. You can hear we're on board with Rucci, and watch how he's driving his car right now. Remember, he's the Superman right now to watch. The man of the hour. Came down pit road, got his tires, so he's Superman. So he's got to be able to easily drive over the top of these guys. But here's what you're seeing him do. He can easily move to the outside and run with the 25 or something like that, which he's probably going to do here as the 43 is scaring him. But he's going to jump to the outside, but watch how he gets down in the corner here. He is conserving tire big time. Listen to how much he's rolling out and slowly getting back into it. And he's got the tires too, so he's not just flat-footing this thing around here like he could.
Yeah, Rucci bot came down pit lane, got some tires and a software update, and he's looking real fast. He's on firmware 3.1 for Rucci bot, and it's making his way through the field.
It's getting interesting off of turn 2 right here. That's Rucci on the bottom, has no help. Trying to get around the 87, but the 25 is pushing on the back bumper of the 87. When we say push, it doesn't mean that they're actually touching. It's the air, the wall of air they're pushing on that car that's propelling them forward. And it's hard to pass when you have 2 cars on the outside doing that. But the 25 of Dylan's going to go ahead and bail out and go down to the bottom.
And 25 did have a run there, but he cannot get around Rucci bot and doesn't really want to push it 3 wide.
No, not at all. And we got car sideways in the back. That's going to be James Hilton there sideways.
It's going to stay green here, though.
Yeah, we're green right now. Unfortunate for that driver. He was all the way up there in 8th today, and he's just kind of... Oh, and he's going to lock it down to the bottom. Maybe he's trying to put a caution up. Maybe not.
No, I think he's just getting off the track. He's going to take it to pit lane.
We've seen that in our NIS series where guys would do that. They go to the bottom and just kind of stop, try to get that caution to come out. Look at Rucci with the heck of a side draft on the 2 of Essery. He is wasting no time to get to that 88.
Look at that. Nice shot there. It is so intense how close these guys get to each other over the internet. That sounded bad, but you know what I meant, like the close racing.
That's one of the coolest things, yeah, for sure. And we're seeing Rucci just, I mean, he is just powering on the bottom there of the 88. No help at all. It's hard for him to get a push, though, because here comes Essery again, pushing on that 88. He cannot complete the pass with the 88 unless he has help from Favignano, which is not going to happen, so he's going to jump back in line with the 88. No, he made the pass. I'm sorry. I was looking on the wrong camera. That was one heck of a move.
Though. So much for saving tires. He used a lot of those tires to make that pass. So,
well, he's saving his tires, and then he was not there at all. Yeah, and then now he'll go into conservation mode. It's Jason Lance there falling back a few spots. Doesn't have any help, but Rick Evans back up in the mix after having that damage to his car. Getting caught up in another wreck, but he's in 9th right now and looking good.
Well, we're almost 3/4 of the way through this race here, Jeff. We're on, what is it, lap 70 right now?
Oh, yeah. I'm watching this car right here. He's pretty fast on the track right now. He is making progress. That's Alex Reno, the winner of the Monday night race. He's been up to 8th today, but he's been had an up and down day, and that's the same for the 4 car of Bearder there. We'll see how he's able to catch the 6 car here, but it's going to be a long run. And look at the 28, just, I mean, checking out right now. You see everybody behind there. Trying to fight for help, but that was the 89 of Hilton there. It's a lap car, and it's creating a problem there for a lot of these guys, and Essery's sideways back there. He's going to get back on the racing surface. That was a scary moment there, but that's unfortunate for him. They got super. Oh, in the 48 there. And yep, watching. Okay, we're good there. All right, I thought he was gonna wreck, but everything was fine. No, there's the caution. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, the 48's losing the car. I just couldn't catch him in time when that happens. The caution will come out, and this is This is coming down to the wire now. So 72, you know everybody's coming down pit road.
Yeah, they're coming down.
So we don't want to waste any time here. We're going to show you what happened here. The 48 just gets sideways, basically. I saw him get in the wall there, and then, yeah, he just kind of overcorrected and spun the car 100% there. So that's what brought out the caution. But, yeah, we don't want to miss what's going on up here with the leaders, because who's going to come down pit road? That's going to be the question. And, man, I'm going to have to try next race. I don't think I can share my screen. I get these massive hiccups sometimes.
Okay.
And I think it's just from sharing the screen with Discord. I don't know why it's doing that.
It was doing that before Discord, though.
Was it doing that?
Yeah, I remember before we ever shared the screen, he was giving you hiccups.
Okay, well then I don't know what it is. It's an iRacing thing. It never fails. It doesn't happen any other time. It just happens when we do the broadcast. It actually could be ATVO. I have no clue. We do have a lot of stuff happening on the screen. I do want to watch what happens here on pit lane. And this is everybody coming down. This is going to get interesting. Look at all the cars. You got Rucci. You got Wes Graham, the 67 of Favignano. You got Charles Gray and Macedo and Joel Brown. They're all coming down. Lance as well. So it's going to come down to who is going to get off pit road first here. Favignano's in his stall. No issues there. This is going to be the winning pit stop right here for a lot of these guys. And here comes the 88. He's the first one done. Here comes the 67. It's a three-way. And I don't know who got it. It looks like Wes Graham beats the 28 off the line. And now the 67 behind him. Wow. Well, that got interesting.
Now, Jeff, on this next restart, is it necessarily the advantage to be like the front, or would you rather be, row 2?
If you had like 5 laps to go, you would want to be like row 2. But since we have 7, we're going to be probably restarting here at lap 76, 77. So you got a lot of racing still to go. So we've seen guys that, have new tires and could just take off. But now everybody has new tires, and this is going to change up the entire race. But this is exactly what the 88 needed. That caution was exactly what they wanted. And there are some cars out in front of them, but I do want to let you guys know that they are indeed wave around cars. They will get around the pace car here and get back on the lead lap. Since the leaders came down, that'll be the 91, the 37, the 13. And they'll probably go by the next time by, and then that's whenever the lights come on for the pace car and everybody will get 2x2 again. And the control car on this restart will be that 88. So it's going to be a nice restart. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back. And we are back here in Atlanta now. I thought those were going to be wave around cars. They elected to stay out. Not a smart idea, in my opinion. I think everybody needed to come down pit road and get tires. This is going to be a problem for the guys that are going to be starting second or third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So I don't think they're going to be too happy about it, but we'll see how this shakes out. But it's a gamble. I mean, they're running out of time. This is a good way they can try to win a race, and I understand why they're doing it. So it's just going to be interesting to see how fast they get eaten alive.
And what's funny, too, is they're probably on the radio saying, hey, guys, try not to run us over up here, okay? Don't run us over, as no one know this could be bad. I expect, yeah, these guys are absolutely going to run them over, and they better be prepared to get out of the way.
Well, we're about to find out. We're going to be restarting exactly what I said, lap 77. And the pace car's going to be down and away here shortly. And we're about to find out how this shakes out. Is it a good idea for the 37 and the 91 to be out? Green flag back in the air once again in Atlanta.
Look how much faster the 88 is behind him. He's already up on top of him. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's just try and get through this safely here, boys.
And Rucci wasted no time. He's like, I'm out of here, man. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, the 91 sideways off the corner. He's going to get back onto the track surface, or the racing surface, sorry. It's all the track.
Woo!
Came right up this up the street. Oh, man, if I'm Rucci, I'm scared.
That is some risky biscuits if I've ever seen it.
Absolutely. Now it comes down to Graham to hold off Fodorero, and he is there.
But those cars behind
Wrecking behind.
Rucci.
That's the 11 of Cleveland involved. To find out what happened there. That was not a good thing. It just got loose. It looked like almost like a racing kind of like a... I couldn't tell if there were 3 wider there or what. We're going to find out. But it was good racing out front there while it lasted, and now we see what happened here. So here is the 11 in Cleveland. He's all sorts of sideways here. Let's see how that all occurred. I think he got involved with the 59 here, which it seems like that was the case. 3 wide racing. Yeah, Cleveland got into Benende in the dog leg right there. I mean, he was leaning on him hard right here. Look at how close these guys are. And that's Reno on the bottom there. So he leans on the 73, and the 73's like, dude, get off me. And he's trying. Look at Benende holding on to that car right there. That 11 still going straight.
It's just plowing
into the side of the 73. I don't understand that one.
Tries to go around, and then he gets unfortunately gets caught up into it here.
Yep.
And then the 11 gets all bent out of shape.
That's 100% on the 11. Every bit of that crash is on the 11.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't even see his tires turning at all to get off the 73. He's just going to plow straight through him, and the 59 just tried to avoid it. There was just nothing he could do there. So let's see right here. There's the contact with the 26 of Gusman, and then bam, right into the outside wall. And there's the 8 car, barely gets by, no problem. Wow. Thomas got by that, no problem. And the caution is back out, so the 11 car will come down pit road and will indeed get a fast repair. But out front, this is not what Graham wanted to see. He wanted a green flag run so he could run away with it. But maybe this is kind of a good thing, and the reason why I say this is because, and there's the 40 cars, the lucky dog, he'll get his lap back. And the reason why I say this is because now they're taking those laps down. It's, 20 laps to hold a line of cars off is tough. But you could do it in 10. Or 8.
Hey, look at Macedo. Dylan Macedo in that 25 car up to P6.
Yeah, 6th position right now.
Yep.
So this is something interesting to me. So we haven't seen the 91, and we haven't seen the 37. I think the 37 came down pit road, but the 91 is still on the track. I don't understand this one at all.
I don't get it.
You have got to come down pit road.
I don't know when the last time he pit. I'm going to try and look for his lap timer here and see if he pit.
Yeah, that's possible.
You could see when they pit.
Because I'm like, I don't understand that one. Because, I mean, you saw, they just got absolutely destroyed. We'll see how it goes.
Looks like he last pit on lap 58, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't understand this one. You got to come down pit road and get new tires. I mean, right now he's just going to fall like a rock every restart. And then you put on top of that the heat cycle on the tires. So the tires, everything's heating up and then cooling down under caution. Heating up, cooling down under caution. And each time you cycle those tires, you lose them each time. And that's going to create problems with wheel spin on restarts. All sorts of stuff. So I just cannot understand why they have elected to not come down pit road.
Well, I get it. He's got good position. He's P5. He doesn't want to lose that. But at the same time, you're better off coming down for tires and being competitive at the end. Because right now, he's got no shot at the end.
No.
So,
Now, yeah, we see it.
Something we don't.
It's an iRacing thing. Everybody does that.
Yeah.
But I can tell you from experience, it never works. It never works. Guys that come down even taking 2 tires, that doesn't work in iRacing. It's such a different thing. You know, in the real world, you can take 2 tires and win a race. But you take 2 tires early on, you know, when you have 20 laps to go, and unless it doesn't matter and you're just, you know, that much better than the other guys, it never plays out how you think it would.
So it's going to suck to whoever's behind the 91.
Yeah, we'll watch on the restart.
Like it's going to be Joel Brown, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be Joel Brown on the restart. Behind the 91. The 87 of Gray, I mean, don't count him out. He's out there on the outside lane. And also, you know, we got to talk about Spells. Clint Spells has been putting together a really nice race today. He's been, you know, caught up in some stuff early on, but everybody else has in this area right here where he's at. But he's been hanging in there and doing a really good job. So a nice run by Clint Spells in that 6 car. But now it's going to come down to Wes Graham, Fodorero, and Rucci. And I can tell you what, they're running out of time. They know this. And now it's about to get interesting. Ryan, I'm going to let you have the call. This time, lights are out on the pace car. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing.
All right, we'll be coming up to lap 83 here at the Hotlanta 100. Obviously, thank you to our sponsors, Thrustmaster, Next Level Racing, and Flat Out Racing Network. As the pace car comes in, green flag comes out, and we're green at Hotlanta. Let's see if West the Mess can hold off the train that is Leonard Fodorero and Charles Gray. If Rucci can get on the rear end of that car and get a nice push, he will do just that, Jeff. And we're 2x2 through corner 2, coming onto the back straight.
And Robert Webb did a really good job on that restart on the older tires, trying to maintain pace, but now you can see just the difference once they get rolling to full speed. But there's the 67 on the outside of the 88, but here comes Rucci to help the 88.
Yeah, good job by, I know we were giving Robert the beans there, but good job by him for getting out of the way.
Yeah, and he's maintaining decent speed right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's hanging on there in the top 10 right now. Well, we say that now. He's on the outside. There he is. And look at Rick Evans coming to the bottom, trying to challenge the spot from the 81 of Brandon Buggs in 7th. He's got speed, and he's also sniffing the back of the 28, and that's a fast car. That's who you want to be with. I think the 81 knows that.
Woo. Here, Buggs got pace there. Rucci out there alone. No help there. He's falling all the way back, Jeff.
Well, no love lost there because everybody's like, you know what? You've won way too many races. I'm not helping you. Bye. Watching up. Look at Dylan Macedo here in the 4th position. And, man, what an incredible run by the 6 car of Spells.
I know the cliche of it's anybody's race is said a lot, but it's going to ring true here. As I think this is anybody's race, Jeff, as it comes down to
it really is.
The last 10 laps.
Right on board with Brandon Buggs here. You can just see how crazy it is. And these guys are not lifting. And that was the 88. They got all sorts of wild, but I don't think he got wild. I think he's just starting to he's mirror driving. He's trying to keep those guys off the back bumper all the way up front. So he's starting to snake to try to break that draft.
Just got a word from race control. He's saying, keep an eye on that 87 car, Jeff. He might steal this one.
And yeah, we were exactly doing that. We got a car really slow out there on the track.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
I think it was Eric O'Neill. A great job by the 88 mirror driving and trying to just tick these laps off. Here comes Charles Gray to the bottom. And Dylan Macedo is going to go with him. He's not going to sit. No, he's going to jump back to the outside with a 67. And here comes Clint Spells up in the mix.
Is Clint Spells going to get to the bottom and help Charles? No, he does not.
I think that's a smart move. He knows that it's fast on the outside lane right now, and the 88 of Wes Graham is snaking back and forth trying to break up that draft.
Was he snaking or did he get loose there off that
No,
corner?
He's doing that on purpose. He's done that the last few laps.
Oh, the old rolling roadblock. Look at that.
Yeah, he's snaking back and forth to try to prevent the 67 from grabbing such a strong draft. You see it right there. And Wes has no help right now. Macedo's going to stay with the 67, but man, what an incredible drive of the 88. He went all the way to the bottom. You know he did not lift.
Oh, man.
Charles Gray losing a bunch of spots right there. Had no help on the bottom. None at all. It is getting interesting right now. Right on board with Graham. And we apologize for the breakup in the broadcast right now. It's a problem. I just don't know where it's stemming from. It could be the overlay stuff we're running.
And then it fixes itself quickly here.
Yeah. Yep, there we go. We're back.
It might be the overlay stuff too, because it did to me when I was broadcasting, Jeff.
Okay, I think it is, yeah. It's just one of those things. And here comes the 67.
On.
He has no help on the bottom. He's just trying to slide back in on the 25. And I don't think the 25's going to be happy about that one. Wow, Macedo, I mean, talk about giving somebody a bone. That's exactly what just happened. He could have turned the 67 there 100%, but he elected to just give him the room. You know, hey, you're not going to win a race in that moment. And look at Wes all over the place trying to prevent them from drafting him. Here comes Evans to the bottom of the track around Bugs. And he will complete that pass. He had so much momentum, spell slow on the bottom. And now the 81's kind of just stuck on the outside. I think that damage on the right front of his car is kind of hurting him a little bit here. He just cannot get clean air. He's stuck back there in the dirty. Here comes the 25 of Macedo.
Look at this. Wes is trying his hardest to defend his position, but man, there is a pack of hungry dogs behind him ready to pass him.
Laps are winding down. We will be completing lap 92, going on to 93. They know they're out of time, and Rucci's just stuck in dirty air. He cannot get around the 67 without help, and nobody will go with that 28.
If you have fallen asleep during this race, wake the up. Sorry, wrong beat, because sparks are going to start flying here. Because we're coming down to the last few laps. 6 laps left after this time by?
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna get crazy.
And I'm watching that 6 car of Spells. He's got so much speed. He's getting on the 28. He's being really patient right now to get around the 28. He was wheeling the hell out of that thing off of turn 2.
Man, this is just some incredible race car driving right now. We've seen by everyone in this front field.
Graham on the bottom has nobody, so he took it back up to the top. He's controlling both lanes.
Oh, man.
And it's a 3-car show out front, but the 67 jumps to the top. Doesn't jump, he jumps to the top. The 28 to the bottom and has no help. They're side by side. That's exactly what the 88 wants.
That's what P4 and P5 want as well of Charles Gray and who's that in front of him? Is that Clint Spells? No. Yeah, it is Clint Spells.
Yep. Oh, and the 67, what a save off of turn 2. He almost went around. Driving that car so hard right now. And Clint Spells will take that position. He's up in 3rd.
Attaboy, Clint.
Macedo falling all the way back. He's dropping spots back to 8th. And it just comes down to the draft. And the 6 is challenging for 3rd right now. Really hard. And this is exactly what the 88 wants to see out back. Look at the gap he's caused, or that has caused, all the side-by-side racing we saw. And that's, 0.3 back to Rucci right now. And you can see it right there. That's Wes hammering that gas, bringing it off, back on it, off on it. He's driving that car to the absolute max right now without wrecking it. Because that's one thing with these cars, man. You can just spin them so easy if you just stay in that gas. And he knows that. He's just dancing right on the edge of it.
And the rest of the field's having a tough time trying to keep up with him.
I am watching this race here with Clint Spells. This is incredible back here. And he has no help on the bottom. But look at him. He's side drafting. He's holding his own. Look at him all the way to the bottom there to get around the 43. Just great driving out of that 6 car.
Who is this guy? Where's Clint been? Clint, this is amazing. Keep it up, buddy.
You know what's happening? We're starting to see guys that... Oh, look at this. Oh, Matt Rucci's up in the mix. He has caught the 88. And they're running out of time because now it's going to come down to this. The 88 is going to have to block for this win.
The robot has his sight. Target acquired on the 88. The T1000 is coming, Wes. Look out. Have you seen this boy? Have you seen this car? It's Matt Rucci. Oh my God. It's going to come down to the wire, Jeff.
Yup, 2 laps to go. It'll be 1 to go when we get back to the line. It is down to the 88, trying to hold the draft away from the 28, and he's doing exactly that. Back and forth, trying to keep that 28 off him.
Was this going to be white flag coming up here?
Yes, it will. And it's going to come down to this run right here. White flag in the air. And that is by Thrustmaster.
Oh, man. I don't know if he's got enough, Jeff. I don't know if he's got enough.
On board with Rucci. Rucci's got a nice run here. It's going to have to make it down to this. The 88 blocks.
Oh, that block.
And they're side by side here. Who's going to be at the line? It's going to be everything to get there. The 88's got to come up the block, and he will. He comes down. It's going to be West at the line by a little bit.
Oh, my God. The 88 got it.
Nicely done. Wes Graham's going to win here at Atlanta, and what an incredible run there for the last 5 laps. I was out of my body there. It was an out-of-body experience watching those guys race.
What a photo finish. 88 got it, though, for sure, by a nose.
Oh, yeah, and there's a 67 giving a shot to the back of the 88 saying, hey, man, congratulations.
Hey,
you know,
good run there by Rucci for not wrecking the 88.
Oh, 100%.
Drove right through him there. Great.
No.
That was a lot of respect shown by the by Matt Rucci. Rucci bot had the respect firmware installed on that one. So good job,
yes.
Rucci. But what a drive by Wes.
And Wes Graham is going to burn it down here at the line. His first win of the season. And this is a special one for him.
Great. That must feel great. Well deserved, Wes. Man, what a finish. That was so good. Guys, the time, he won by 0.009 of a second. Talk about coming down to the wire.
Absolutely incredible. I know he's got to be feeling so good right now. He's been he's been so close to getting a win in the season, and it's just come down to, like, you know, somebody else's mistakes that throw him out of that contention. But today, he showed command of the field once he got up there, and we watched him doing what he was doing. You know, that snaking back and forth, really trying to break that draft away from those guys so they couldn't get those runs. That comes down to experience, and there's nobody that knows how to do it better than the 88 of Wes Graham.
But big shout out to the guys finishing top 5 too. They all deserve to be there. Great drives by Rucci, Fodorero, Chuck Gray, Clint Spells. Great finish by Clint. That might be the best we've seen out of him in the league, actually. Top 5 for Clint.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to look at those standings here in a minute. We have to watch the end of
let's watch this
in slow-mo. I want to see how close they were at the line, because it was super close right here. You see them side by side right at the line right there. So let's see that again right here. Slowing it down from the blimp. Look at how close that was right there. I mean, you could... It was amazingly close. So let's back it up just a little bit more here. Right there at the line. Look at that. He had a nose on him. Just barely a nose on him. That was so good. Yeah, we're going to let you know what happened here. Let's go ahead and get your results up. After resetting that, there we go. Wes Graham takes the win, starting 11th. Led 48 laps today. Matt Rucci comes in second after a brilliant race that he put together there with pit strategy and saving tires. Leonard Fodorero in third. Charles Gray in fourth. What an incredible run by not just Gray, but also right here, the 6 of Clint Spells. Started 12th, stayed right up there in the mix, and he was racing for third and fourth. So great job by the 6th driver. Stefan Benende in 6th. 7th goes to Joel Brown with that beautiful flow. And in 8th, Nick Sargent. And then look at that. Last on Monday, Reno won here at Atlanta, and he got up there in the mix after starting 23rd, comes out in the top 10 and 9th in a nice drive by the 59 as well after dealing with what he did here today, and he'll round out the top 10. Then we got Jason and Lance in 11th and 12th. Brandon Bugg started 15th. Hey, you know what? He could take 12th, no problem. He got caught up in some stuff and had some damage on the right front of that car. I think it slowed him down. Then you got 13th to Kyle Cleveland. 14th is James Hilton, Chris Essery, Robert Kellert, Zachary Gussman. And that was a unfortunate run for Robert Kellert. You know, he was out front there today. He did lead 7 laps and starting third. So that's not a good run for him tonight. Then Zachary Gussman, Dylan Macedo, another one, starting on the pole, all the way back to 18th. Just couldn't get it back together after getting caught up in some stuff. And then Tyler Thomas and David Sermon rounding out the top 20. Rick Evans dropped all the way back to 21st in that end of the race. That probably came down to tires, starting 4th, and had an incredible run today. So we can only say good things about that 70 car. Robert Webb will round out in 22nd. Jeffrey Spells, Eric O'Neill, Christopher Fleissner, Gage Bookman, and Tony Wilson's not driving. He is the race controller. And it's good to have Tony back. We didn't have him last week. So welcome back, Tony. Good to see you. What an incredible drive that was. We're going to get caught up here in just a few moments with some drivers, and we'll be right back. All right, what an incredible race towards the end. We have to catch up with the 88 of Wes Graham. Wes, I know this was a special one for you, your first win in the season, and just, you know, being that close to getting wins this season and then have everything come together. Tell us about those last 5 laps.
I had to say this is probably the hardest I've ever driven on the service right there. You know, with the car and the package and everything, it just turns everything into a draft fest. So I was just trying everything I possibly could to try and keep them behind me. And I saw Rucci get around Leonard, or get beside Leonard. So then I decided, you know, try to pull them, pull the bottom lane to try to stall the top lane and, you know, maybe get out to at least about a half a second. And I eventually did get out to about a half a second. But Rucci's just an amazing driver. Saved that right front tire. He was able to catch back up with me, and you know, I honestly didn't think that I was going to get that at all. Like it was. I looked over to the side because, you know, I run in VR, so I looked over to the side and I saw his bumper there, and I'm like, no, not like this, not like this. But it was great battling Leonard up there. Dylan made his way up to the front, and of course Rucci. There was a lot of fast guys towards the front of the pack tonight, and you know, happy to finally get a win, and just finally have to get a win.
Absolutely, it was so much fun to watch those last laps come all together, and you're controlling both lanes. But let's talk about that last pit stop. Everybody came down, and you were the first one out. So how much did it come down to that last pit stop for track position?
Oh, that was everything. Rucci had taken those fresh tires there in the middle of the run, because we all came in around lap 30-ish, or right there around 30. And then, you know, I mean, you probably saw it. We rocket shipped up to the front, excuse me, you know, with the 67 and everybody. And fresh tires mean a lot here, especially with how abrasive the track is. I can't wait till we get the actual new track. They actually go and scan it. You know, they've already built it and everything. But, you know, Atlanta is known for being hot and slick. I about lost the car off a turn 2. I don't know how many times tonight when those tires got wore out. But I mean, this wasn't easy. We ended up getting a really good crop of drivers over the off season last season, and it's so much fun to race with them. Honestly, it's an absolute blast.
That's what we like to see, exactly what you were talking about. And I've got to say, you know, we go from a track like this, and now next week you have to put your mind into Phoenix. And that's not just Phoenix that you know. It's a brand new Phoenix in the iRacing service, and something that no one has really driven very much of. So what are you going to take from this track to bring it to Phoenix and try to finish out the best you can for the season?
Well, the only thing that's going to be the same is the car. They, even though it's a fresh scan of Phoenix, it's like the entire line around the track is completely different from what everybody's used to seeing. So I hope the guys get some practice in and get into that Monday night race on Monday and try to test it out for themselves. NIS, I didn't exactly get a lot of time with it. Got wrecked out about halfway, but it's a completely different animal over there in Phoenix. Actually they turned it into a fun track. Phoenix was one of my more hated tracks, and I actually had a blast there the other week. So it's still name of the game is saving the right front and staying out front.
There you go. Started 11th, and he will win the race here tonight at Atlanta. I want to talk to one more driver because I could talk to Rucci. We've talked to you so many times. We could talk to Poderero. Had a great run tonight. And Charles Gray, an incredible one. But the one I have to talk to is Clint Spells. Going to the Monday, coming back. What did you learn about this car, and what did you add all of that into what we saw your performance here tonight? Starting 12th, and you'll round out in a top 5. And we were gushing for you up there when you were running up there for 3rd.
Well, I can just say for my team tonight, this was a win. Had a pretty decent run, had a little incident there early on, and kind of got behind the 8 ball. Got put a lap down because of caution, way it fell out when I was going into the pits. But worked back to the lead lap, and like I said, the Monday night, it was a help, as other people have said that's done it. And so, I mean, it was something that I took and kind of got a lot more time in the car pretty much and learned it. But I will say this track, this car, I still think it's trash, but it's, we made good of it. As some guys were saying earlier tonight, they put the full horsepower in these cars and make you drive Atlanta the way you're supposed to. It'd probably be really fun. But like I said, hats off to Wes. Good run, man. Got to win. And like I said, I'm just happy for a good finish for a change.
There you go. Clint Spells finishing in 5th after starting 12th, and that is absolutely a win for them. But Ryan, who are you going to talk to?
Well, I want to talk to the whole field here and just say thank you for putting on a good show tonight, guys. That was some of the best racing that we've broadcasted all like in the history of the broadcasting, I'd say. So thank you to you guys. It was like watching a completely different field out there compared to last week. And you guys just put on a hell of a show, and the driving and just the it was night and day. So good work to everyone. Like literally everyone. You guys did awesome. And I'm just gonna say big congrats to Wes. Like, dude, you drove the hell out of that car, man. Especially at the end. That was some crazy blocking, and man, well deserved. And I'm glad you got a win out of it. But yeah, I don't need to talk to anybody, Jeff. I'm just happy that we had a good show tonight.
Fantastic. Well, okay, we're not going to waste any more of your time. Incredible drive tonight by all you guys. We appreciate it, of course. And we'll be back with you, let you get your driver's meeting going.
Yes, sir. Thanks for...
Sorry about that. We were jumping over to our other broadcast channel, and Wes got cut off there, so do apologize for that. But we saw a lot of great racing tonight. It was definitely interesting. And we saw a lot of guys that normally aren't, up there in the front. They were really fighting to hold those positions, and we could hear from those drivers that it wasn't as easy as it looked, and it definitely wasn't easy off of turn 2.
Man, that was just, I'm lost for words, Jeff. That was just such an incredible race. And even the guys that did, even the crashes we did see, there was just excellent car control and good decision making. Bugs there keeping it into the wall to not wreck the field. Other drivers just getting out of it, going down the bottom lane. Just like courteous racing and courteous crashes, if you will. So, man, I'm so stoked. I know I usually say like I'm stoked, but I'm actually stoked for Phoenix next week to see how the season ends up.
Absolutely, and it's a total different place. And whenever they come and take the green flag and they get down there onto the dog leg, it's going to be absolute mayhem. So, hopefully it'll put on as good a show as it did here. But I think a lot of guys learned that it comes down to patience, and we saw a lot of that out of these drivers.
Absolutely. Good broadcast, Jeff.
Absolutely, sir. That's going to do it for us here tonight at Atlanta. Thank you for joining us here live on twitch.tv/jfavignano. Of course, we got to thank Thrustmaster Next Level Racing and FRN for coming on board this season as well. It's been one heck of a show, that is for certain. But that'll do it for us tonight, and we'll see you all soon. Take care.